with Brianna Johnson. Brianna, we're heading to the NCAA East Preliminary Round in Greensboro this weekend. How excited are you to be headed to your first NCAA track meet as a freshman?
I'm super excited.
Coming out of the Big Ten meet, had a nice PR in the Steeplechase. What's it like training in a pretty big Steeplechase group here at Indiana?
It's really awesome. I have a lot of people to push me and a lot of people to look after and get some nice steepling skills from, so I really like it.
And working with a really great distance coach in Coach Helmer, but also having a volunteer assistant who specializes in the steeple, does that give you some better preparation for meets like this?
Definitely. I certainly feel well prepared going into meets because I get that individual aspect from both of them, and Chorney's really good at helping me mentally get ready for the races and helping me know what's going to be coming up, and especially with my form over the barriers certainly has gotten a lot better over the past couple of months, so yeah, it's awesome.
Now, heading forward, you've got this race this weekend. Top 12 obviously goes to the NCAA meet, so I'm sure that's your goal for this weekend, but have you set any goals going forward with your career?
Sure. I definitely want to keep PRing like I did at Big Tens, and hopefully, especially in the steeple, get under 10 minutes. That would be super cool, and definitely make it to NCAAs and score, and eventually be a big Big Ten scorer champion. That would be cool too. So.
All right. Well, thanks for talking with me. Good luck this weekend, and we look forward to watching you the rest of your career.
Thank you.
Here with Josh Roche. Josh, heading to the NCAA East Preliminary Round in Greensboro this weekend. You're getting in off of a time at the Big Ten Championships. That steeplechase race, came down there at the end. Saw a guy in front of you stumble at that water barrier. What was going through your mind at that moment?
It kind of happened bang bang. I was trying to pass the Illinois kid, and then he ended up falling at the barrier, and then I basically just kind of hit Robbie on the butt, and we just kind of took off. We knew we could go catch him, and we really flew over the last barrier. Our coach, Tom Chorney, had us doing really fast 200s over barriers 4 days before that, and so it felt natural. It felt really smooth, and we really took to it, and he nipped me at the line, but it was a really good 2-3 for IU.
And as a freshman getting into the steeplechase, does it help having the success that Indiana's had in that event over the past 3-4 years?
Absolutely. I mean, there's the tradition that guys like Deshaun, Poor, Weatherford, and Adrian set before us for excellence in the steeplechase is something that we absolutely want to carry on, not only this year but next year and for generations to come. We got some good steeplechasers coming in next year, and Robbie and I and Nolan are going to come back and just be as fierce as ever. So those guys really laid the foundation and the road work for us, and now we can just kind of build off of what they've done.
Coming out of a red shirt last year, how was the transition into competing for IU, and did you feel like the red shirt really paid off for you?
Absolutely. Helmer's training plan is always 18 months. He says it takes 18 months to really see the fruits of your labor, and that's absolutely true. I feel like this outdoor season I feel strong, going into workouts. I'm less timid. I feel ready to get after them. And absolutely with the racing, it's really nice getting to race a little bit more often. Redshirted, you don't race all that often, especially outdoors. So this year, being able to travel and go really compete against some of the best guys in the country is nice to be able to do, being officially on the team now.
Now, coming into this weekend, the goal is pretty obvious. The top 12 go to the NCAA Championships, but looking past that, have you got any goals, short-term, long-term, that you've set for yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to, try to get to the NCAA meet. I've come this far, I don't want to kind of sputter out now. Being ranked 17th, they take 12. It's a pretty small gap between, where I am and the top 12 who make it. So, I'm just going to try to get in there and mix it up as best as I can, just kind of like I did at the Big Ten meet, and hopefully have a little bit of a kick at the end that'll help me, spur on to nationals. But, I've been doing some pretty good workouts recently, and, just talking to coaches, Helmer always had these huge goals for me, and, at first when I hear them, I'm just like, you're a little crazy. And then, I guess the better I get and the more I progress, the more it kind of seems like, some of these things might be a little bit more realistic. I'd love to be able to, go to an NCAA final and, place and become an All-American, maybe, make a USA trials. I think that would be a huge accomplishment, maybe not this year, but, down the road for sure. So I think right now that as far as, you know, outdoors and with the steeplechase, you know, that's kind of where I want to be. And, you know, indoors I'd like to, you know, maybe run a good 3K. I've yet to run an open 3K, so I'd like to do that. And, you know, I think I'll start to move up in distance. You know, I was able to run a solid 1500 this year, and I really liked that. I started feeling strong in the event, but I'd also really like to try my hand at the 5K once. You don't think about that too often just because it seems so long, but there's something about the grind that I'd like to try. We'll see, but yeah, I guess that's kind of where I see myself.
All right, well, thanks for talking with me. Good luck this weekend, and we look forward to watching you as you go forward in your career.
Thanks.